Well, how about those big old boomers we had today? Well, just a little bit ago, it's just after 7 o'clock, and as that intense lightning and gusty winds and very heavy rain came through, there were some power outages. You know what I'm going to say? You know what I'm going to say? You need a Generac generator. I'm going to keep talking about it until I know you've bought one. Yeah, thunderstorms like this today just, spell it out for you. It's like, hey, power's off. What do we do? Like I said before, you go hunting for a flashlight. You try to light a candle. You try to figure out a way to, here it is getting dark now as the sun is setting. What are you going to do? Well, if you had a Generac generator, you would just keep going. It would just, it kicks in automatically. As soon as you lose power from the grid, from the electric power company, whoever it is locally for you, as soon as the power goes down, these generators kick in. I mean, seconds they kick in. And everything in your home just keeps on running. You still get to watch TV. You still get to be on your PC. You still get to do the things that you need to do. Your food does not ruin. Your freezer keeps working, refrigerator, all of that. Your stove, oven, microwave. With a Generac generator, you keep going. Never be without, and R&R Controls can make that happen. 270-777-2024. Again, that number, 270-777-2024. R&R Controls, never be without. Yeah, some big old boomers out there this evening. Hello, everybody. I'm Chris Allen here with your 270 weather for the 270 area code and beyond. Well, here it is Saturday, July 19th. I just came back from doing the weather at News 40. So I did that at 6 o'clock. I filled in for Micah. Micah's back at 10. And all that was going on right when the 6 o'clock news aired this evening. So it was, it was pretty interesting. I mean, for a moment there, it seemed like these wanted to go maybe severe. And I know some of you are like, oh, they were severe. Why weren't there warnings? Well, it didn't quite meet the criteria of enough wind. There wasn't hail. There wasn't really all the thresholds that you have to hit in order to get a severe thunderstorm warning. So, what we did get out of it was some gusty wind, some blinding, torrential downpours. And that lightning was pretty intense. And there, as I mentioned when talking about the Generac generators, there were some power outages. Still may be a few out there. So, but as far as it being severe, no. Heavy rain, yes. The rainfall amounts, which I'll show you right now, at least at the airport, 68 hundredths of an inch of rain. So some of you picked up a lot more. In fact, there were some places that picked up between 1 and 2 inches of rain. And this is what I've been telling you over the last several days, is that any of these storms, when they come by, can produce that much rain in a matter of minutes. And there has been some flooding up along and near the Ohio River as those thunderstorms started, that complex started to come this way. Now it has weakened a lot, but it's there's still some out there. Still some rain out there. Let's take a look. Here is the current radar as of 7:07 p.m. on this Saturday, July 19th. Pretty good. This is a complex. We call this a complex because it's just a big area of rain and thunderstorms, and it covers, a lot of miles here. It goes way up into central Kentucky and comes all the way down into middle Tennessee. It's even got a little outflow boundary, little gust fronts that are coming out ahead of it. That's regenerating some of the storms down around the Nashville area. But as far as our immediate 270 area code, you can see that most of the rain is now over in Bowling Green. We have been hearing a little rumble of thunder here and there. Lightning was pretty incredible. But now the worst of the storm is Burkesville to about Carthage, Gainesboro, Salina, Byrdstown, Albany. That's where the worst of it, the leading edge of that really intense rainfall. And you can see the clustering of thunders, or the clustering of lightning in that particular area. That's the worst of it. The rest of it is just a lot of rain with occasional rumbles of thunder. That will soon be going away. There's still a little cluster back here, Dawson Springs to Crofton, but that will be dissipating. And as the sun sets, a lot of this will begin to just fade away. This is not going to be an all-night thing. This is not going to be anything that's, what I like to call pace the floor, stay up all night kind of stuff. No severe weather, just a lot of very heavy rain. I would not want to be driving in this kind of rain because it's a blinding torrential rainfall that can cause some minor flooding in some cases. So if you're out this evening, you need to keep that in mind. Let's go to the Kentucky Mesonet and we'll check some data and even some of those, rainfall amounts. Here we go. Looking at 70s now with the rain cooled air. Everybody in the 70s. Look back where it hasn't rained into western Kentucky. They're in the mid to upper 80s to almost 90 right now at 10 minutes after 7. But here we are in the low 70s. Look at that. That's what rain cooled air will do. Yes, it's still muggy, but at least it's rain cooled air. All right, let's check precipitation as far as who got what. And there you go. We picked up half-inch amounts from the Corvette plant and the Ag Expo sensors in Warren County. But look at Morgantown. 1.35, almost an inch in Russellville and in Franklin. 1.27, that's an inch and a quarter plus in Tompkinsville. And then right here, look at this. LaRue County, Hodgenville, 2.11 inches of rain. Lots of rain. Now, some places picked up a lot more than what's shown here. It just didn't hit the sensors. Here's one, Hopkins County, Madisonville, an inch and a half plus. Pretty decent rainfall. Winds are coming out of the south at around 5 to 10, but they'll just kind of relax as we get on into the evening. And by the way, let me back up just a little, come back to this so I can go to my Plano cam, which I forgot to do. And there is the view right now, live, if you're watching at 12 minutes after 7 on this Saturday evening, July 19th. Still overcast, but some sun is trying to break through just before we get to sunset. But pretty much the rain and thunderstorms are over for the Bowling Green area, and that's all going to fade away as we get on into this evening. So, those of you that are getting hit pretty hard right now, just give it an hour or two, maybe closer to 2 hours, and it'll be done. It's not going to linger. Let's go to the surface maps and take a look at what's predicted. Here we go into this evening with the showers fading away. Overnight, pretty quiet. Where we picked up rain today, like here in Bowling Green, you're likely to get some fog, patchy fog, tomorrow morning before you go to church. Here we go into Sunday afternoon, or actually late Sunday morning into the afternoon. Yeah, there's still a chance of a scattered shower or thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon, especially Interstate 65 and to the east. I think the really target zone tomorrow is going to be eastern, central, and eastern Kentucky for the better chance of rain and thunderstorms. But we'll still have some here in the Bowling Green area and parts of the 270. Western Kentucky may stay fairly dry. Here we go into Monday morning. Area of low pressure rides along a boundary to the north. This boundary is really trying to come through, and it will eventually. But it's been held back by high pressure over the last few days, and so it can't. It's like hitting a wall; it just can't come through. But eventually, that wall is going to come down, and we're going to get the front passing through. So it just reset on me. So let me find that where it was. Okay, this is Monday evening. Here we go into Tuesday with the front, then passing by. Wednesday, look how dry it is. That's when we really start to heat up. Tuesday afternoon, but really Wednesday and on forward is when the heat is on, baby. Thursday, Friday, maybe an isolated shower or two. Saturday, yeah, unable to load that, but you get the idea. This is going to be, this could potentially be the hottest stretch of weather that we've seen all year, and certainly all summer next week. Because the high temperatures, and you can see down at the bottom of the screen with the scrolling forecast, I mean, every day is going to be 93, 94, 95, 96. And then the afternoon heat index is going to be 100, 105, in some cases, maybe even 110. Dangerous heat and humidity. It's coming. It's coming. How about the model blender? Well, we go, you see it right there. 94, 94, 93, 94, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 94. Really? I know. It's like all next week. Mid 90s. Wouldn't surprise me if we get upper 90s. And it really wouldn't surprise me that much if we start, if we hit like a 98, a 99, or 100. We haven't hit 100 since the end of August of last year. August 29th was the last recorded 100-degree temperature at the Bowling Green Airport. But next week, I think we have the opportunity to possibly do it, to hit 100. Although these numbers are a few degrees under that, I still believe that, it is certainly possible. Okay, here we go to the 7-day forecast. And, we're past today and we hit 91. Then the next few days, there's the low to mid 90s, even upper 90s. As rain chances go down, the temperatures go up. And up and up and up. They will go. A lot better broadcast tonight, right? Last night was just a mess. We were in the middle of a thunderstorm. I think it We took a close hit, and it did something to all of this. But tonight it's been nice and clean. Everything looks good, sounds good. Everything's working like it should. Now, you will notice, if you're paying attention, you will notice behind me that I'm starting to clear out my CD collection, which um, I've got around 3,000 CDs. Yeah, I've got that many through the years, and this has been a big display case where I've had them, but now I'm starting to box those things up and put them in storage for the big move, which is going to happen here in the next couple of weeks. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game. So a little at a time, you're going to see things disappear behind me as we've got to get ready to make the move to our new digs and to what will become the new 270 studio. And so, yeah, so I'm when I can, especially during the week, it's hard. You guys know this. When anytime that you've moved, if you've tried to move during the weekdays when you go to work, it's like, okay, when I get home, I'm going to tackle that. I'm going to get the boxes. I'm going to get the tubs, and I'm going to put everything that I can away. And then when I get home, and it's like, I need a nap. And then I don't get much done. So the weekends is when I get up. I got up this morning at like 4, and I'm like, okay, time to get started before it gets hot and muggy. I'm just going to tackle it. And so I did. I got a lot of stuff done. Got some of those CDs boxed up. I still got a long way to go. But just in the coming days and weeks, you'll start to see things disappear behind me. Just, it's temporary. Okay. But I appreciate you guys cheering me on and all that until we can get into the new place, which will be right around August 1st. I think that's the target date to have all this done and up and operational again. In the meantime, have yourselves a great Saturday evening. Thanks as always for watching.